everybody. So today I'm going to be talking about my Owls TBR. So it's that time again. If you don't know what the Owls TBR is, I'll put a link down below to the video where it's explained like what it is. Basically it's just a Harry Potter themed readathon, so it's themed around the owls. So the owls are a test that they take in their 5th year at Hogwarts. So yes, the readathon is just themed around that. So basically you pick a career and then there are what owls you need to take, like what subjects you need to take for that specific career, and then there are also like prompts for each subject. You have to read a book that satisfies that prompt. So last year I did this readathon also, and I picked Magizoologist, and so this year I decided to be an Auror. So I'm really excited about that. I think Aurors are so cool in Harry Potter. So this is my Owls readathon page in my reading journal. So I have the prompts and everything that I have to read, and so I have to take 5 classes. So I have to do Charms, Defense Against the Dark Arts, Herbology, Potions, and Transfiguration. So that's 5 books that I'll have to read in the month of April. So yes, we'll just go through what the prompts are and what books I'm planning on reading. So we'll start off with Charms. So the prompt for this is Lumos Maximus. So you have to read a book with a white cover. So the book that I decided to read is A Darker Shade of Magic. So I got this from the library before they closed. Fun times. I'm planning on reading this. I heard about this through another booktuber, Books with Chloe, and she really loves this book, so I've heard really good things about this series just in general. So I'm really excited to read this. I don't know like a ton about this book. I know that there's like 3 Londons and 3 Londons. I don't really know what they have to do with anything, but yes. So Charms is A Darker Shade of Magic, and as you can see, the cover is mainly white. Like obviously there's some color on there, but it's mainly white, so we're counting it. So the next class is Defense Against the Dark Arts, and this prompt is Grindylows, and so you have to read a book set at the sea or the coast, and I'm going to be listening to the audiobook Scent Keeper. I actually heard about this from my mom. I actually asked her. I couldn't think of any books that were set at the coast at all, so I asked my mom if she had recently read any that were set at the sea or the coast or something, and she said that Scent Keeper is located like on an island for the most part. So I don't know like a ton about this book. It's like the description on Goodreads sounds pretty interesting, and when I saw that my mom was reading it and she said it was pretty good, so that's going to be an audiobook, so I don't have the physical copy. So that's my book for Defense Against the Dark Arts. For Herbology, the prompt is Mimbulus Mimbletonia. So you have to read a book that with the title starts with an M. So for this one, I am going to be reading Milk and Honey. I'm sure like a lot of people have heard of this book. I've never read it actually. Like, I'm not usually into poetry, but I figured now was a good time to kind of start reading different genres that I don't usually read, and so I've heard really good things about her poetry, and so yes, I got this from the library as well. I was going to read Mooncakes and get it from the library because I don't have any books that start with an M that I haven't read. I have a few that start with M that I've already read, but I wanted to read books that I hadn't read. But by the time I went to go like put a hold on Mooncakes, it was gone. So I went with this one, So I'm actually really excited to read this. I have heard such good things about her poetry and this book in particular, so I'm really excited about this. So the next class is potions, and for this one the prompt is shrinking solution, so you have to read a book that's under 150 pages. I feel like short books are really hard to find, at least like books that I usually read. Like I think my shortest book was still 200 pages or something that I have here. So I had a really hard time finding a book for this. A few months ago I read the like Raven Cycle series, and there's like a spin-off book that the author did. It's called Opal, and so it focuses mainly on Ronan and I think Adam and obviously Opal. I don't think Blue and Gainsey are in it. I could be wrong about that, but it's only an audiobook or a Kindle book, and I think I saw that on Kindle it was like 40 pages, so obviously that fits the prompt. But so I'm just gonna listen to it on audio. I think it'll be a quick listen. Normally with audiobooks I'll like listen to it on like a car ride somewhere, but I'm not going anywhere anymore in April, so I don't know when I'm going to listen to these audiobooks. I'm gonna have to figure out a time to listen to them and figure out something to do while I'm listening to them. But yeah, I have 2 audiobooks, but I'm really excited about Opal just because I love the Raven Cycle series so much, and I actually really like Ronan a lot. So I'm excited to have another book for Ronan, and yes, so, and I have wanted to, like, I miss the Raven Cycle series like a lot, so I'm excited to kind of dive back into that world. Opal is my book for potions. And the last class that I have to take is Transfiguration, and the prompt for this is Animagus lecture. So a book or series that includes shape-shifting. I had a hard time figuring this out. Luckily, the like organizer of the readathon put together a place where people could submit book recommendations for each prompt. So I was looking through the books that other people had recommended, and I saw that this book, somebody recommended it, like a few people actually recommended it, and it was a book that I actually already had, which was great, which was key because the libraries are closed. Ordering books, who knows how long it's gonna take to get to me. But yes, so I had this book already, so that was good for me. But it's A Court of Thorns and Roses. So I've had this book on my bookshelf for a really long time just because I've heard a lot of people talk about it and it sounded interesting to me. Apparently there's shape-shifting in here. I don't really know. I think they're like fairies or something. I don't really know. Maybe they're like werewolves. So this was on the recommended books for this prompt, so we're gonna read this for this. Somehow there's shape-shifting in it. I don't know how, but okay. So that was my TBR for the owls that are coming up in April. If any of you have read the books that I mentioned, please let me know like what your thoughts are on it, and if you are planning on also participating in the owls, let me know down below and what books are on your TBR. But yeah, so I hope everybody is staying safe during this time, and I hope everybody is staying home if you're able to. I know not everybody has that option, but if you do have the option to stay home, I hope that you are staying home. So I hope that everybody stays safe and healthy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!